It's time to build our fantasy team for match number 7 of CPL 2020. It's the St Kitts and Nevis Patriots against the St Lucia Zouks. I'm Ronak Kapoor, and joining me on my 11 Circle fantasy pick on ESPNcricinfo is Daren Ganga. Right, let's kick off with some team news then that makes our pro tip for this game. And the opening batsman, Kieran Powell, has joined the Patriots squad ahead of this one as a replacement for Fabian Allen. It does remain to be seen, though, if he gets a game immediately. He was in the Super 50 last season, among the top run getters. So let's see if he finds a place in the 11 straight away. Daren Ganga, St Kitts and Nevis Patriots, losing 2 out of 2. They don't want to be losing a third on the trot this early.
Not exactly. I think that is something that most teams will not want to have happening. The thing about it is the Patriots, they've made some strange decisions in their last game, leaving out Joshua De Silva, who had a run of ball 41 in the first encounter. We all spoke about them being very top-heavy and not having the sort of substance in their batting to capitalize on the death overs. So maybe Powell might just add that impetus. It's left to be seen where he bats, but there is an abundance of top-order batsmen now in that Patriots team. It's about balancing that across 20 overs to produce a good total.
All right. Well, the way the Patriots have started, don't be surprised if you see more players feature from the St Lucia Zouks in our fantasy team. Let's get straight to it. Before that, quick reminder that on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, you've got 100 credits to build your fantasy team. 4 categories of players to pick from: batsmen, bowlers, wicket-keepers, and all-rounders. You'll see every player's individual credit value listed on the app, and you can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team during any given contest. Let's move to our top picks then. Our captain choice for this one is Mohammad Nabi, the first man to be drafted in the CPL in 2020, and he is a man who has helped the St Lucia Zouks get over the line in their previous win. And you think now Mohammad Nabi would be a reliable bet in most games as far as fantasy is concerned. Vice captain option, Sheldon Cottrell, the left-arm seamer. He's already had an impressive start, taking 3 wickets in 8 overs while giving just 40 runs. The overall numbers very good as well for Cottrell. 39 wickets in 52 matches at an economy rate of 6.5 in power plays in the CPL. So he's an attractive option with the new ball, and we are therefore recommending him as vice captain. Captain gives you double the points, vice captain 1.5 times the points, so pick them carefully. In our top picks, Daren Ganga has not been a big fan of Rakeem Cornwall as a top pick throughout, but let's see if he changes his mind this time around. We continue to back Rakeem Cornwall. The 27-year-old has shown glimpses of his power hitting ability. If he does get you some quick runs, we're recommending the all-round abilities of Cornwall to feature in your team. Ben Dunk is there as well. He's making a name for himself in 2020 cricket around the world. Prolific in the Mzansi Super League in South Africa as well as the PSL, and in the past 12 months he's struck over 800 runs in 27 innings at an average of just under 40 and a strike rate very healthy over 150. Quick recap of our top picks: Mohammad Nabi is our captain choice, Sheldon Cottrell for vice captain, and Rakeem Cornwall and Ben Dunk in our top picks. Daren, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, you sort of reinforced the point that I made earlier about Rakeem Cornwall. The other players like Cottrell, Nabi, they're top-class players that will give you good performances. But I just feel from what I saw in the first 2 matches with Rakeem Cornwall, take away that run chase against the Barbados Tridents where he had to go hard very early in the innings because they needed 47 from 5 overs. I just think his approach to batting, it's very risky. He takes a lot of risks, and you know what happens when you take a lot of risks early in the innings. The chances of carrying on to make a big score, very slim. So I would rather see one of the more established players in that top picks, maybe Fletcher, who looks really good at the crease. He remained unbeaten, I think, at the end of that run chase against the Tridents. So maybe Fletcher in terms of being in that top pick because of his approach.
All right, let's see if we do have a place for Andre Fletcher in our full team. Before that, let's have a look at some value picks, players you'll get for decent credit value on the My 11 Circle app. And Ish Sodhi features. Now, he hasn't been among the wickets in the first couple of games, just the 1 wicket at 40 runs in his first game, tightened things up in the last. But with 5 right-handers in the top 7 for the St Lucia Zouks, we are backing someone like Ish Sodhi. We have seen that spin is going to play a part in this CPL T20. Roston Chase is there as well, just fresh off his maiden T20 half-century and such a solid player in the longer formats for West Indies. But now that he's finding a little bit of his mojo in 2020, we're backing Roston Chase after that 52 of 42 that he managed last time round. Look at our full team then. Our value picks, of course, are Aish Sodhi and Roston Chase. And in our team, we've got Andre Fletcher and Ben Dunk as keeper options, Evan Lewis and Mark Dayal as outright batsmen, Rakeem Cornwall, Roston Chase, Mohammad Nabi, our captaincy choice, and Darren Sammy in the all-rounders list, and Kesrick Williams, Sheldon Cottrell, our vice-captain, as well as Aish Sodhi. Darren, any more suggestions that you'd like to throw in?
I will like to throw in a few suggestions there. We haven't mentioned Sohail Tanvir, who missed the last game. He might be back into the squad and might be able to add some value to the Patriots. We know how economical he has been through CPL's history. So Sohail Tanvir is someone you will want to take into consideration. The next person, I think, is a young player who's very talented. They see him squarely as a bowler. It's Dominic Drakes, the left-arm seamer, the son of the former West Indian all-rounder Vasper Drakes. He's also a very handy batsman. So if this guy gets an opportunity, he can change a game on its head. So look out for Dominic Drakes.
All right, Daren Ganga, thank you very much. Now make sure you have a look at that final playing 11 before you confirm your fantasy team. Plenty more from Daren coming up as the CPL comes along on my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo.